Wedding decorations can be breathtaking. The flowers, the table settings, the lighting, the venue, the dress, the color palette, all of these details matter. They create beauty. They create atmosphere. They create the visual world of the wedding. But when couples look back years later, they often remember something deeper than the decor. They remember the moment their partner looked at them during the vows. They remember the silence before someone began to cry. They remember a sentence that made everyone laugh because it was so true. They remember the feeling in the room. This is why the ceremony has such power. Decorations shape what people see. The ceremony shapes what people feel. And feeling is what becomes memory. A beautiful wedding without emotional meaning may be admired, but it may not be deeply remembered. Guests may say, "It looked amazing." But the ceremony is what makes them say, "I will never forget how that felt." That difference is everything. The ceremony gives emotional language to the entire wedding. It explains why everyone has gathered. It turns the couple's relationship into a shared story. It allows the guests to feel included, not just invited. It transforms the day from a beautiful event into a meaningful experience. This is why the role of the celebrant is so important. A celebrant is not competing with the flowers, the venue, or the styling. A celebrant gives those beautiful details emotional context. Imagine a ceremony in a perfect destination setting. The sea is behind the couple. The aisle is lined with flowers. The guests are dressed beautifully. Everything looks extraordinary. But if the words are generic, if the ceremony sounds like it could belong to anyone, the visual beauty does not fully land emotionally. Now imagine the same setting with a ceremony that tells the couple's story with care. A ceremony that includes a small detail their guests recognize. A ceremony that brings humor, tenderness, and meaning together. Suddenly, the beauty has a soul. That is the difference. Moments become memorable when they carry emotional truth. A line in the vows, a story from the beginning of the relationship, a symbolic ritual that is explained beautifully, a pause before the final blessing. These are small things, but they become memory anchors. And because weddings are emotionally heightened days, these moments stay with people. The best ceremonies do not try to overwhelm the room. They do not force emotion. They create enough safety, structure, and presence for emotion to arise naturally. This is also why reading a script is not enough. A script may contain words, but a ceremony needs timing. It needs atmosphere. It needs a celebrant who can sense the room, adjust the pace, and allow the important moments to breathe. The ceremony is where the wedding becomes personal. It is where the couple is not only seen as bride and groom or partners in beautiful outfits, but as two people with a history, a promise, and a future. That is what guests remember. Not every flower, not every napkin, not every chair. They remember the moment they understood the love story. They remember when the couple became more than a beautiful image. They remember when the room felt connected. So yes, decorations matter, beauty matters, aesthetics matter. But in the end, the most powerful weddings are not remembered only because of how they looked. They are remembered because of how they felt. And the ceremony is where that feeling begins.